Hello and welcome to the presentation of Resource Management in Easy Project. Today I would like to show you how you can make your life easier with using the Resource Management bundle. And I will show it from the point of view of Resource Manager. This is already set up. As you can see, that to your dashboard you can add the calendar and filter it for specific users, specific project or type of tasks. So you can add here more calendars for different teams and control it right from one place. This is one point of view, how you can use the calendar. I would like to show you how you can use it from one project. And later I will show you how you can use it from the global view for all the projects. I will start here. Here I'm in the specific project, and I can zoom my calendar to days, 2 weeks, or 2 months. When you are zooming to weeks or months, you can find here different colors, which can tell you what is the capacity of your team. So if the user has still some free capacity, if he is green, it means that he has optimal workload, or if it becomes red, it means that user is overloaded for that specific month. And you can help him with assigning his tasks to somebody else. Let's go back to daily view. And what else you can do in here is add here some filters, which will show you just specific users, specific type of tasks, or specific group of people. With tools, you can choose the option that you will edit your tasks. You can do bulk edit. It means that you will edit more tasks at a time. You can jump to Gantt of this specific project. You can reallocate the tasks when you are planning something. And you can also hide planned tasks. This can be used when you have another sub-project connected to this project, and this sub-project will be planned, so you don't have to see planned tasks if they are not approved yet. You can also see the free capacities of your team, like this, and also the milestones. So, in my calendar, first, I can see here all the unassigned tasks. So this is the project which I just started to plan. And I can see here only tasks from this project. These numbers here are the allocations from another project. So I can see that, for example, I am working also on another project, but from this project, I don't have anything yet. If I want to assign myself a task, I can, for example, take this task. It doesn't have yet the estimated time, but when I click between brackets, I can choose that, for example, to finish this task, I need to work 10 hours. Now I can take this task and assign it to myself. For example, here. 10 hours is too long for one day, so I can extend it for more days and save it. Let's say I already started working with this task, so I open it into new window. Again, update it, and let's say I spend already 5 hours on the task. I can change also the percentage done and the status, and save it. When I go back to my calendar and reload it, here I'm gonna see the estimated time of 10 hours minus 5 hours which I already spent on the task and 5 remaining hours. The percentage done, or the progress, can be still changed right from this view. And let's say that this has to be finished by somebody else. I can take the task and assign it to somebody else. And again, save it. Another interesting thing in here is that we are not working during weekends. So you can see that it's not possible to assign a task for weekend. It means that this calendar is connected with a specific calendar, which we can find in administration. So when I go to administration, I can find here working time templates, where you can find calendars. Here are some predefined calendars. You can still add here some more calendars and assign different calendars to your colleagues. Because if you have colleagues working from abroad, they are using their public holidays, and in resource management, you will see when they are not working. I'm going to edit the default calendar. So when I go to details, I can create holiday. New holiday, let's say for the 26th April. It can be also repeating holiday. So it will repeat every year. When I go back to my calendar, I can see that here on 26th, we are not working. I was supposed to finish this task this day. So I can do this, that I will just move the task, but if it was still in here, I could just go to tools and use the reallocate button. So this is one of the options how to create holidays. But what if I want to arrange my vacation, or what if one of my teammates is sick? For that, we are using the attendance calendar. So in the attendance calendar, you can plan your vacation. So I'm gonna choose, for example, that I will have vacation on Monday, 30 April. So I'm gonna choose vacation. It can be for all day, or just the morning, just the afternoon, or I can choose it for some more days. So I just save it like this for one day. And again, when I go back to my calendar and reload it, I can see the N8 for this day. It means that this day I am not working. So it's not possible for me to allocate the time for that day. Of course, I can still do it manually. So let's say I agreed with my manager that on the weekend I'm gonna be working 1 hour, and for this day, 1 more hour. But we can still use the reallocate and change everything. We also don't have every day 8 hours to work, because we can have also some meetings or some other appointments. And these you can set up in the calendar, in the meeting calendar up here. So let's say that I have a meeting on 27th April. And it will take a few hours, like this. I just save it. Again, I will just reload my calendar. And on the 27th, I can see here the little m and information that I have the meeting for 2.5 hours. So my capacity is lower for that day. Then how you can work with tasks? You can also assign tasks, not just to one user, but also to a group of users. And how you can use the groups. One option is here, for example, the sales team in my project. This is the group of people which have their estimated time 32 hours a day, and on Friday, 20 hours. Because this is the group of more people and they have enough time to be working with the task. So let's say that this task takes 30 hours. I can assign it to the group, and the task becomes green because the team has enough time to finish it. So in this group, you can find people, but you can also create a group where you don't add any users. And this kind of group can be used as machine or group of people which are not users of your easy project. So if you have some workers which you don't want to add as users, then you can still create a group which will stay empty, but you can still add this group to the project, see it in the calendar, and allocate some time for this specific group. Like this, you don't need any specific users or places in easy project, but you can still see the workload of your team. With the groups, you can again create an empty group and allocate hours. So how many hours the machine can be working. Of course, machine can work a little more than a user or than a person. And one more thing I would like to show you in this calendar is the allocation. Let's say that we have 30 hours to finish this task, and I assign this task to Lucy. I have to extend the task, and you can see that the hours are allocated rather from the last day of the task. To change this, we can go to resource settings, still in this project, and choose what kind of allocation we need. So it can be done from the end, from the start, or evenly. So let's see how this is going to change. So I just reload my calendar. I'm gonna reallocate everything. And you can see that now Lucy has to work 5 hours every day, of course, except holiday or weekend. So these are the settings which you can do in the resource management for one project. Last thing what you can do in here is to print out your calendar. But now I am going to move to the resource management, which is global. Where, again, you can see some quick filters, which will just show you specific users or specific team with their specific tasks, which can be assigned just to them, and you can start working with their tasks. I will go back to the default settings or to the default filter of resource management, where you can see all the unassigned tasks, which have to be assigned, and all the users. Again, you can zoom that in weeks or in months. One more option which is here in tools is the option to show projects. So like this, you don't see only tasks on which are people working, but also the projects. So like this, I can see that Christian is working on these 4 projects. When I click at plus, I can see on which specific task this person is working. You can also filter problems, so to see where is the problem. So for example, the due date was already passed, so the task exceeded its due date, or there is not enough time for one person to finish the task. Then we can see here this option, estimated time ratio 2 for Christian. And what that means, I'll just put away the project so I can see the tasks. And that means that Christian got here a task with estimated time 5 hours. He didn't work on the task yet, but this estimated time ratio says that Christian is, let's say, new, and to him this task will take a little more time. So this estimated time is multiplied by 2, and his remaining time on the task is 10 hours. If I assign it to somebody else, remaining hour on the task will be 5 hours. Or I can see here Dante, and he has maximal hours in days, where you can see that the allocation can be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 hours. On Friday, he's working 4 hours, and on Saturday, he's working 2 hours. So you can do also this kind of specific changes. And where you can do that, here we can find the settings for global resource management. I'll just save my changes. And let's go to the settings. So right at the beginning, you can choose some settings for how many hours per day you are working. So it can be by default every day the same except weekends, or I can define it for each day. So here we can see that on Fridays we are working just 5 hours. And by default, we don't work during Saturday and Sunday. What is the default zoom? When I go to resource management, how we can allocate hours from this view. I'll scroll down where you can find some more options how you can work with resource management. Like, for example, you can use the watchdog, you can show the groups, you can use also the decimal allocation for your tasks. But when I scroll a little more down, I can find here estimated time ratio for users. So as I showed you, the Christian in here, his estimated time is multiplied by 2. If somebody is, for example, too quick, we can change this ratio to 0.9, for example. Then here on the right side, you can choose how many hours are people working. So we saw Dante that the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday weren't changed. So this is taken from default configuration. But on Friday, he was working 4 hours, and on Saturday, 2 hours. But I can also use the hours from calendar. It means that it will work with his calendar, which is assigned to this specific user. Let's scroll down where we can find groups of people. So we were talking about groups. Here we can find the machines where we allocated their time manually. Or I have here the sales team. This time I didn't have to set up manually. I can just click on called from users. So if you have some people in the group, they have their specific time, and this one will be calculated from all the users which are assigned to the group. So this is so much about the settings of your global resource management, which you can also print out in PDF. And the last part of our bundle is the resource dashboard. This plugin is used by managers where you can, again, set up your dashboard and see on your dashboard all the statistics, all the information about time utilization. Here is some statistics about estimated time versus spend time. You can also create KPIs for specific users. You can see how many hours they already spent during a specific period on their tasks. We can see here some planning, the calendar, just for the planned tasks, again, the users, and some charts. Again, it is very easy to work with this. You can just customize this page and choose what would you like to add, what kind of module you would like to add to your dashboard. And also connect it with the global filters and choose for which project, for which date, country, users, or sprint you would like to see it. So this all was about the resource management bundle in Easy Project. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you will have some more questions regarding these plugins, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be happy to to have a call with you, to arrange a meeting with you to show you some more options or explain you how it all works or help you to set up your own resource dashboard. So thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.